Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Travis, back with another episode of the Rep by Rep Strength Podcast. All right, so first and foremost, if you have not yet, make sure you go to travisbarrett.com/book and grab a copy of my newest ebook. And it's a free ebook that's available for download, and it's just filled with various thoughts about training I've had over the years. So I just put all of those writings together in a little collection and put together my first ebook. So make sure you go there and check that out. Secondly, if you are interested in diving into performance a little bit deeper, but still laid out in a digestible way, you can do that at travisbarrett.com/performance. And this is a bi-monthly newsletter that comes out on the 1st and 15th of each month. So this is truly a newsletter that is controlled by the people. So the readers who subscribe to this, if there are things that they want to learn more about, you can email me directly and I will make sure to address those topics that are of interest to the people who are subscribed to the performance newsletter in coming topics or coming newsletters. So be sure to check that out. $15 a month, comes out on the 1st and 15th of each month. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the training topics for today. So the past few months have been very busy. So, just training as usual, work, and then, I took a little vacation with a friend of mine. So, been gone for a little bit. But anyway, one of the things that I've done over the past couple months was it was my youngest daughter. She turned 4 back in September. So we had to do the 4-year-old checkup. And unfortunately, one thing that was included in that was she had to get her shots. And it's really the worst feeling in the world when you have to, help out the doctors and nurses to, have your little kid lay down and hold their arms down so they can get their shots in the legs there. It seems terrible, but I was trying my best to explain to her that she has to get these shots to prevent a lot of bit of pain from occurring later. So she has to experience a little bit of pain now to prevent a lot of bit of pain on down the road. So she understood it. She wasn't very happy with it, but the way I got through this was, I bribed her with some ice cream, and that kind of took care of that. But when I was telling her what was going to go on and all that stuff, it made me think the same thing is true for adults. If you really want to prevent or decrease the likelihood that you have cancers and heart disease and joint pain and all that stuff, then you must be willing to, in some capacity, put yourself through a little bit of pain now, or a little bit of discomfort now is a better way to say that. So this truly lines up with, another concept of training that's very fundamental, which is delayed gratification. So obviously we live in a culture where everybody wants results immediately, and they have a very difficult time wrapping their mind around a process, and that this will take time. And every time you show up to the gym or eat a meal that's in line with your goals, you are in essence making a small deposit for your future self of who you want to be and what you want to feel like and things of that nature. So again, it does go back to, going in the gym, doing something that is in line with the goals of where you want to be 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, etc. And this is a difficult concept for a lot of adults to grasp. Maybe they understand it, but a lot of people are not willing to go through it. And unfortunately, that is why we see the United States having I don't even know the numbers at this point, but I mean, there's somewhere close to 600 to 700,000 cardiovascular events from the last year alone, and much of that is preventable, that we could dramatically decrease those numbers if people were to simply, shift their lifestyle. Now, that sounds like a huge ask, but the best thing to do is start with the lowest hanging fruit. What's the smallest, least amount of effort you can do today to move you closer towards that goal. So you look at this, another training topic that will come up a lot is, what's the minimum effective dose? What's the least amount you can do and that will still move you towards your goals? And then from there, what's the least amount you can do? And then obviously on the other end of the spectrum, what's the most you can do? And that part would also be, that might be detrimental. So we want to find that Goldilocks scenario. So the way we find that is step one, whether it's eating a meal or getting better sleep or going to your first training session, whatever the case may be, taking the smallest possible step and doing something to get towards your goals. So, a great book to help understand these concepts better is Atomic Habits by James Clear. So it is a tremendous read, very simple to read. You can knock it out in a weekend. So I can't recommend that highly enough. So be sure to check that out. So another thing that came up that got my wheels turning a little bit about training was my oldest daughter, who's 7. We got a ton of snow here in Spokane, within the past week. So we had a snow day, and we were just snowed in, and we were wanting to watch a movie together as a family, and it is a family movie that my wife and I had watched before, and anyway, it was, I went to flip it on, and it was in the middle of the movie. So I had to click the button that said, start from the beginning. So my oldest daughter asked, why do we have to start it over? Why can't we just start here? And the reason is, and I told her this, is that the backstory and the context of the story, everything that happened in the beginning of the movie matters a lot. And if you miss that beginning context, then the rest of the movie won't make much sense. So I was telling her about that, and it got me thinking about training. Is in order for people to have the best possible results, it really, really, really helps to make sure you're working with someone who understands all of the complexities and has proper context of what's going on with your life. So, the first thing that a coach should do is they should do some sort of health history questionnaire. They should do some sort of intake to get an idea of, what sort of medical issues do you have, if any? Have you broken any bones in the past? Have you had any major surgeries, things like that? Because all of that context matters and will basically provide guidance for, where we go with training first. So just understand that. I would encourage you to make sure you get in touch with somebody to help you get started with training if you don't know what you're doing. So if it's not myself, there are tons of folks out there who are really, really good and more than willing to help. And if you just need a quick little 15-minute phone call to get you started, I'm more than happy to do that. So a lot of people, the third thing that kind of gets in their way is just being willing to raise their hand and say, I'm not sure what to do, and just getting a little bit of guidance. And then a lot of people do really well. So anyway, if you need help with that, I'm here as a resource if you need me. So just feel free to email me at jtbarrettfitness@gmail.com, and we can schedule a little 15-minute call to get you pointed in the right direction. And then if you need help from there, we can talk further about what coaching looks like and things of that nature. So anyway, I hope that gets your wheels spinning a little bit about training and gives you a little context there. So anyway, have a good rest of your day.